and we looked up different connective tissue disorders, and there are vascular components to some types of connective tissue disorders. But at the time, I didn't really know much about it. My dad didn't know much about it, and I just got scared and nervous about the vascular component, what that meant. The geneticist put me in contact with Dr. Yetman 5 years ago, and my daughter started going to her as well because we tested both positive for the same gene and aneurysm.
She had this condition previously known as Louis-Dietz syndrome. We now stay away from that name just because it gets a bit confusing. So she had this TGFBR1 mutation causing aneurysms, and that really helped having that testing for us to figure out how close we needed to follow her, what parts of her body we needed to scan for other aneurysms, and when surgery would be indicated.
Dr. Yetman guided us through that process. She's wonderful. She has lots of experience. She's an aortic specialist.
So it seems like people who have a genetic predisposition, their aneurysms might tend to tear or burst more often or at smaller sizes.
Aneurysms are still possible to come back. I don't have one right now. I'm still being tracked by Dr. Yetman regularly, and I will be. But it is different because now I can do things. I don't feel so inept, like, and have to wait for somebody else to carry things or do things, or if I want to carry groceries, then I can. So yeah, it's liberating. In the beginning, when I heard about connective tissue having vascular components, I was very scared. I'm like, I'm gonna put my head in the sand and pretend like this is not happening. And so I was so grateful that I actually worked through that, went to the geneticist, went to the cardiologist, and actually learned information and got knowledge, and look what's happened. So I was so grateful for that whole journey and having my life back, if you will, again, to now go on to do other things.